Belgium is a strong team, in terms of names rather than strength. The recent 1-4 loss to the Netherlands shows many problems of this aging team. And it will not be easy for Roberto Martinez's students to find good results against Poland. Belgium fell to the last place in Group A4 after a heavy defeat against the Netherlands. Meanwhile, Poland rose to second after a 2-1 win over Wales. The UEFA Nations League is not a big tournament, but that is where Belgium showed their weakness with 3 consecutive defeats against the Netherlands, 1-4, and Italy, 1-2, France, 2-3, in the tournament. Previous season, it is not an exaggeration to say that Belgium is lagging behind the top European teams. The lack of succession is Belgium's biggest problem right now. Coach Roberto Martinez still has to rely on a group of veterans who are old and on the other side of the slope of their careers, such as Toby Alderweireld, Jan Vertonghen, Axel Witsel, Eden Hazard. These seniors could not keep up with the terrible pressing intensity that the Netherlands created in the match 4 days ago. When the Belgian players began to lose strength, the Netherlands scored 4 goals in just 25 minutes, from 40 to 65 minutes. In recent statements, Martinez still looks towards Eden Hazard with no small faith. The Belgian captain is waiting for the once famous star to find his best form at the 2022 World Cup. But in reality, the Belgian captain is only a shadow of himself. The dense history of injuries and age make Hazard a lot slower. But with the captain's armband, Hazard still tried to fight even though the efficiency was not high. In the loss to the Netherlands, the Real Madrid player had to leave the field after the first half and give up the captaincy to Axel Witsel, also a veteran who has dropped miserably in the past 2 years. Roberto Martinez also considered the future when summoning many young faces such as Arthur Theat, 22 years old, Charles de Ketelaere, 21, Lois Openda, 22, Alexis Saelmakers, 22. But there is still a very long way to go for these players to hold the Belgian framework. As for the 2022 World Cup campaign, Martinez will certainly still rely on veterans who are over 30 years old. Anyway, the tournament in Qatar will be the last World Cup of the generation of Hazard, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Witsel. Belgium's real support at the moment is Kevin De Bruyne, but the Man City midfielder had a poor performance in the defeat to the Netherlands. Previously, De Bruyne also frankly criticized the UEFA Nations League as a meaningless tournament, when it took away the summer vacation of players who had just worked hard for the club season. Therefore, it is difficult to expect De Bruyne to play with all the enthusiasm that Cristiano Ronaldo devoted to Portugal. Don't forget, Belgium's inspiration for the ball depends mostly on De Bruyne. Poland kicked off the UEFA Nations League with a 2-1 victory over Wales, in a match where Wales built many pillars to prepare for the 2022 World Cup qualifying playoff final against Ukraine. But Poland's stable performance is undeniable when they won the last 7 tense matches. Coach Czesław Michniewicz team also impressed in the playoff final of the 2022 World Cup qualifier with a 2-0 victory over Sweden thanks to goals from Robert Lewandowski and Peter Zielinski. Poland does not have a flashy force like Belgium, but this is a disciplined and very knowledgeable team. Poland's football style is defensive and cautious, but there are excellent individuals on the front lines like Lewandowski, Zielinski. One is a world-class striker and the other is Poland's best number 10 in the past decade. Remember, Zielinski has just ended an explosive season in the Napoli shirt with 8 goals, 5 assists after 42 appearances. In terms of gameplay, Poland is simpler than Belgium when it mainly focuses on Zielinski and Lewandowski. But defeating Michniewicz's solid team is not easy, especially when Belgium still has many weaknesses in the aging defense and the ability to defend from a distance is not good. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. If you find it interesting, please like, share, follow and comment on requests. Goodbye, see you again.